Good morning. Happy Monday. Whew. March. How did March get here so fast? I'm just not sure. I'm sitting here looking at my planner. Do you know, I'm glad that the quote this week says, be gentle with yourself. Because I've had to be very gentle with myself. I've spent the weekend tidying. You know, some of you might think I'm a tidy person. I'm not. I am not. Right. I am a messy tart. I've always been a messy tart. I've spent a long time trying to fix that. And I have phases, you know. One of my favourite things to do, I have a lot of stuff. I'm a stuff person, not a minimalist at all. No fucking interest in being a minimalist. You know, people say stupid shit like, oh, why don't you just get less stuff? I'm like, oh, why don't you just shut up? Right? Why don't you get out of my way? Because less stuff's not my thing. I like stuff, right? I like stuff. I'm a collector. I'm a bit of a magpie. I collect like 50s vases. I collect retro glass. I collect coats. I collect fabric. I collect earrings. I'm just kind of love gorgeous things that just catch my eye. I just can't resist gorgeous things. And I'm not going to resist gorgeous things. So then I go, right, I know, Lisa, you're good at strategies. You need a strategy to organise your gorgeous things. So then I go and buy shit to put my shit in. Oh, it's not helpful, is it? So the way I get round it is I have zones. So I'm into zones. I have zones for things. So I've got zones for stuff, right? Like I've got a coat zone. And what I have to do is play a wee game with myself, sort of, at least. I tried to do it once a week, but then because sometimes I'm traveling, like last weekend, I worked all weekend and I was traveling all weekend for work. So I missed my this doesn't go here game. So it's a game, you know, where I have to wander around my own house, playing a game like a child, going, this doesn't go here, this doesn't belong here, this doesn't belong here. And I have to pick all my shit up and then take it to the zones where it belongs. Because that's important. Because I think if I didn't have zones, I think I would go mental and my family would have moved out. But anyway, so I've had a busy weekend. I've been tidying my bedroom. I feel like a naughty teenager. I sent myself to my room and I've been cleaning my bedroom. And I cleaned my bedside cabinet. Oh my God. You know, it's just a drop zone of shit, really. You know, things I think, oh yes, oh well. And then every now and then it mounts up and I have to fix it, right? And I like to have things out. One of the things that I've learnt about myself is that I have and it's actually interesting, it's part of ADHD, it's really common that when things are out of sight, they're out of mind. So if I am sewing something and I put it away, it just disappears. Literally, I forget all about it and I have all these half-finished projects. Whereas if I have my sewing project out, then I can see it. And every time I walk past, I think, oh, yes, I might finish that. And I get things finished. The problem is that the sewing project takes over the dining room, which means that no one gets to eat at the table, which means that's a bit of chaos. Then I get shitty because, you know, there's, I don't know, like the animals get in my sewing project or something happens. It's just a bloody shambles. So I've been organising myself. I'm being gentle, but I have to be honest, a little bit stern. I need a firm hand because I get a bit naughty. So my firm hand has been, you're not coming out of your bedroom, Lisa, until you tidy the fucking thing up. So I did that. Very good. Then I'm lucky enough to have a dressing room because I've had children leave the property. So I've got the spare room and I've turned it into a dressing room, which was supposed to help because I was supposed to get dressed and get undressed there and then my clothes wouldn't leak into other parts of the house. That was my theory, but that didn't really work either. Anyway, so I've been cleaning out my dressing room, reorganising things. I love that because each piece of clothing for me, oh, I love it. It's got a story and a memory and I get to think about it and have a conversation with it. Oh, and then I'm supposed to hang it up. And everything's in rainbow order so I can sort of organise things by colour because that seems to work well for my brain. So that's been my weekend. And now I have a week ahead of me. This week is all about consolidation. So, you know, every now and then, I don't know about you, but you just end up with a whole pile of shit you need to do. It's kind of like a to-do hangover, you know. Now, some of those things can be to-don'ts. You can just go, no, I'm to-don'ting that. I'm not doing it. I'm putting a line through it. No one's noticed. Now, one of my to-dos, it's been hanging around. I have a beautiful aunt who sends me a handwritten credit card. Fuck, I wish she'd send me a credit card. A handwritten Christmas card. That's what she sends me every year. And it's beautiful. And she includes a photograph, like a real Kodak printed photograph of like her garden or something. Isn't it cute? Like we're talking 1970 mail here, written on a Croxley pad inside the Christmas card with an actual photograph of maybe one of the Christmas lilies she's grown. Maybe it's one of her favourite plants right now. Maybe it's whatever. She always sends a photo. It's gorgeous. Now, my game is I reply with a Christmas card and a photo of the children. Right? Shouldn't really need a photo of me, but the photo of the children because, they change every year and she likes to see where they're up to and who's the tallest and blah, blah, blah. Well, I think it's 10 weeks ago Santa came. Might be more even, might be 12. I haven't sent the bloody Christmas card, have I? So it's now I think it'll be a happy Easter card. I think it'll be a happy Easter card. So I'm going to go on my list of things to do today is to go and buy a gorgeous Easter card. I'm even going to slip in some chocolates to sort of repent for my sin, to make up for the fact that I've completely fucked up Christmas. So that'll be good. So I've got to get an actual photograph. I've got to go to the warehouse stationery and get an actual photograph printed. Like no one has them anymore, do they? We just send them on Instagram. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing. A real photograph, some chocolate, a card, sent. That will clean up that. I've got all these little jobs. I've got to go to the optician. And I'm like, oh, yes, but I haven't got round to actually going. And then, because then I think, oh, no, I'm travelling. Oh, no, that's too hard. Oh, no, it doesn't happen. I've got to go and replace my hearing aids. So I've been wearing hearing aids forever. Well, it feels like forever. I've probably had hearing aids, I don't know, 8 years maybe, except I lost one and I haven't replaced it. And it's just all bullshit. I've just got to make the appointment, drive to the clinic, spend 2 hours talking to someone, go through all the shit, answer all the questions. Boring. But I do need to get them sorted because I'm very deaf. And did you know that if you're deaf and you don't address your hearing issue, you're more likely to get dementia? That's enough of a sort of scaremonger technique that would make me want to go and get a hearing aid immediately, because I do not want to have dementia. And so apparently your brain, when it can't hear properly, shuts down other parts of your brain and goes, right, so that we can hear, let's just shut that, put all our energy into extra hard listening. Memory gets shut down, dementia gone. You can't access that anymore. That's a terrible story, isn't it? So I'm going to go and get my hearing aid sorted. So that's me. I've got lots of, I like a consolidation week. Because, all the life admin. It's just bloody life admin, isn't it? The tyres for the car, the dog to the vet, the hearing aid in your ear, the Easter card to the auntie you fucked up at Christmas, all those things. So that's my week. I'm having a consolidation week. I've got lots of meetings and shit, and then I am speaking at a gorgeous awards night Thursday night. So I've got a bit of a presentation to pop together for that. And then in Melbourne next week. So I've got quite a bit to do. So I'm going to... Yes, had a big week of consolidation. So I've done a list. This is what I've done. I've done a list. Normally in my planner, there's about 5 lines for to do. I've done a very big to do list and I've put all of these. And how I do this is I actually start with, if I was living my perfect life, what are all the things that would be done? Well, I would have communicated with my auntie because I'd be a very good niece because, I value family, right? I value my hearing. I would have my hearing aids working. I value being able to see. I would have my lenses updated and my glasses. Apparently there's a phase you go through between like 45 and 55, my optician was telling me, where your eyes just go all to fuckery and it happens very quick. And they change a lot. And then apparently they stop. So I've had, I think, 3 different lenses in the last 6 years. So my eyes have been deteriorating. That's what they're meant to do, apparently. It's something to do with a muscle in the back, and I don't know, he told me something, but blah, blah. So these ones just need a wee bit of a pick-me-up, and then I'll be away. So that's good. So they're all on my list. I'm going to have good glasses. I'm going to give myself the things I need. Oh, my God, I've also got a massage this week. Do you know, I haven't had a massage for 3 weeks. My massage therapist went away and I was like, oh no. And then I was like, oh, well, I can live because you're away. And then I didn't have one the week after that. And then I fell out of her bloody book and she's so busy and booked up, I couldn't get back in. Anyway, I'm there tomorrow and I'm happy about that because massage is just a game changer and my body's starting to go, for fuck's sake. It's the whole rigor mortis has set in early. It's set in. It's already starting. I'm not even dead. So now what I've done, I think it was last week, I wrote a blog about how I was cancelling March because I have so much to catch up on. So in alignment with that, this is part of my catch up. So I've decided just to go straight to April, pretend March doesn't exist, and use this time to prepare myself because the year got away on me. Don't know about you. Did it get away on you? What haven't you done? What are the things that you haven't done? What are the urgent and important things you have to do? What are the things that actually aren't that urgent, like my hearing aid, but they're bloody important, right? Stephen Covey talks a lot about that. And I've read it, what was it called? Something Eisenhower's Matrix or something, about things that are urgent, important and urgent. And some things are urgent, but they're not that important. And other things are very important, but they're not that urgent. And I think sometimes we spend a lot of our lives in reactive urgency instead of doing the really important thing, right? So if I cut my toe and it's bleeding everywhere, I'll dash off and go and get plasters because that is urgent. But my hearing, which could be having a long-term impact on my risk of having dementia, is fucking important. And have I done anything? No, because I keep putting it on the bottom of my list. So there you go. Consolidation for me, bit of consolidation. But I am going to remember the quote in the front of this week's planner, which says, be gentle with yourself. I'm not going to growl. I might buy myself an Easter chocolate while I'm getting my auntie's one. I might print myself a photo, and I'm definitely going to go and have a massage and be bloody. Getting rubbed by someone who wants nothing in return, I reckon that's the greatest gift you can give yourself. Go get a rub. Get a rub. That's your job this week. Go and book a massage. How good's that? Happy Monday. See you soon.